Hey everybody, this is James with the Soundboard team. Thanks for joining. I'm here with B. Matthews. B, tell us a little bit about your Juice Plus story and your level in the company and how long you've been with the company.
Okay, so I've been with Juice Plus about almost 4 years, and I started out really a super skeptic. I was super stubborn. I said, "No way, this is BS," blah blah blah, and I was having some health issues at the time, and my doctor that introduced me to the product, she's actually Dr. Delator,
Okay.
she said, "What the bleep's wrong with you? This works at a DNA level." And I was like, hmm. So even though I had owned my own health food store and thought that I was pretty knowledgeable, I was not.
Hmm.
And I did the research and got on it. And I am a sales coordinator
Okay.
and loving it.
So owning a business on your own, what made the business opportunity of Juice Plus attractive to you?
Okay, so a couple things were happening. I was retiring. I was a
Okay.
medical coder at the local hospital I had been a coder for 10 years. And I was retiring and my grandkids moved.
Hmm.
So they moved from St. Louis to Texas and I'm in Sullivan. So I was an hour away from them versus 13 hours away and it
Hmm.
broke my heart.
Hmm.
And I thought, you know what? I need money to travel.
Hmm.
I'm going to be retired. I can have this business. I can work it when I want to work it and I can go see my babies. So
Okay.
that's really the why behind it.
Well, that's a pretty powerful why
It
to stay
is.
connected.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the last 4 years of your attention on the business aspect of Juice Plus. It's easy to share your story. It's easy to share the healthy living side of it. Obviously, you have a knowledge in that. And so it's probably not, out of character for you to talk about that to people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
how has what's been your biggest asset, I guess, in growing your business in your team over the past?
I think that you have to get over yourself. You have to get over your obstacles of, um, just not being self-assured and just not feeling like, can I really do this? And, those kind of doubts. I think that you have to embrace it. And it's taken me a while, but I'm 62 and I figure, what the heck? Go for it. If I'm not going to do it now, when am I going to step out of my comfort zone and do this thing? So I did not get on social media until I guess it was right around the same time that I started my business because I asked my friend, I said, "Do you think it'd be good for my business?" And she said, "I think it'd be great." And so Marlis helped me get online, get on Facebook, and I was a total newbie and a total knew absolutely nothing. And then as that's been 4 years ago, and as time went on, I started learning, and then I enrolled in your 6-week course on social media, which helped me tremendously just learn some stuff and think. And I figured out I was doing some stuff wrong. And, I was like, oh, I really shouldn't be doing that. I need to, for instance, when we talked about putting stuff on Twitter, and I was actually sending a message instead of just tweeting back. And
Mm-hmm.
you said, that's really not a good idea. That's kind of scammy and that's this and that. And I'm like, oh crap, I've been doing that. So yeah, so I've learned, gosh, a lot over the past 4 years. And I think social media, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm not too savvy on. But I
Mhm.
think those things, and I think, you and your people have helped me a lot just grow in that arena.
Well, how has the soundboard helped provide content for you?
So I love that you guys just put stuff on for us. I
Mm.
was like, wow, I don't have to go look for a bunch of appropriate subject matter. It just shows up there. And
Mhm.
then I just started watching it. It was funny though, during your training, Marla says, well, what's the difference between Buffer and Juice Plus VIP and Soundboard? And I'm like, I don't know. Let's go look at
Mhm.
it. So then, just kind of being so new to it,
Mhm.
and you guys that are so IT-ish don't get us like we don't get you because it's just second nature to you. But remember, there's people out here like us that really just don't have a clue.
Mhm.
So just the fact that you provide that service for us and those tweets, and that information shows up there. It's appropriate. Our website shows up there. People can find us.
Mhm.
And then we have the opportunity to go in and add what we'd like, look at stuff, add what we'd like. And I think it's awesome. I love it.
So I'll ask you a two-part question here. Part one is, in thinking through the aspect of social media is sometimes difficult to track, because if you post something, somebody might not necessarily click on that or comment on it, but they may contact you later through social media,
Mhm.
or they may just talk to you if it's somebody that you know. And we hear that
Right.
story a lot. Hey, I've been posting regularly. Well, somebody in the carpool line or somebody at church came up and said, I want to know more about what you do, which
Mhm.
led to a sale, which is
Mhm.
attributable to social media, but you can't
Mhm.
track it necessarily. Have you
Mhm.
had any instances of something like that happen where you feel like my presence on social media has led to this conversation or sale or even team member, even though it didn't happen online? Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, I think it's behind the scenes beneficial for, for business growth, definitely, because I think it, even though it's on social media, it travels by word of mouth, just like anything else that you like. And so people will say, like, I just started my new Facebook group, Grandma on a Nutrition Mission. And
Uh-huh.
so that's been something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, because grandkids are the light of my life, and I just want to promote it in that way. And I used it, I put it out there as a public group, because I thought, do I really want to do this? Do I not want to do this? But the more people that can see it,
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of somewhat watching or reaching the cold market there. And then also, even though the grandmas that I know, some of them are already involved in Juice Plus, they're telling other people. People around here are saying, I heard about this because somebody saw you live for the first time on
Yeah.
Facebook. I'm like, yeah, that was kind of scary. But yeah, I definitely think that it might be a subtle thing.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be bombarded with orders, but I think it goes all along with planting seeds.
That's right.
You
And
know,
I had a conversation with an individual earlier today who had that same kind of story, where a conversation that started on social 3 years ago has
wow.
just now gotten to the point where the person's
Hmm.
ready to order. And
Hmm.
so I try to encourage people who sign up for Soundboard, and after 10 days, they said, well, it hasn't worked yet, or I haven't gotten an order yet. This is a
Yeah,
marathon, and you got to
yeah.
encourage people. Just, you ultimately don't know what can come of it, but if you're not doing it, you may be missing an
You don't get anything.
opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Right. Like, I don't get it that people don't want to. It's $15 a month is this the choice that I made. And my
Mhm,
friends are like, well, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, why not? I mean,
mhm,
the content's there. It's done for you. You're getting the word out, whatever. You don't even have to do anything if you don't want to add any of your own posts. And
mhm.
it's kind of like Brandy says, you're just slowly dripping on people. You just keep loving on them till one day they go, what was it she said about that?
Mhm.
I think it really works.
Have you had a good experience with using the content for existing customer care with the Shred 10 content or anything like that?
I have somewhat. I haven't had much interest in the Shred 10, to be
Oh,
honest.
really?
I've done it myself, but sort of my clan of friends, it's a little bit too much.
Hmm.
It's like give up coffee, sugar, gluten, and dairy. It's a little bit too much. So they kind of want to do the smorgasbord kind of thing. I'll do this part, but I won't do this part.
Gotcha.
So I really haven't utilized that as much.
So you've gone through the training series. Is Social 30 something that you've tried to tackle yet? Have you gotten your Social 30
I
down?
haven't yet, but I want to. It's
Mhm.
on my list. Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah, it's on
list.
my to-do list.
Okay, very good. Well, has social media helped you kind of expand, and have you made some new connections with people outside of your geographic network or friend network that you would say, hey, I made that connection because of social and otherwise wouldn't have done so?
Definitely. I have a friend in Korea that I met online,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking, I mean, your wheels just start turning.
Sure.
International business.
Hmm.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's great.
Hmm.
Well, B, I appreciate so much your thoughts and your perspective. And I guess I'll put you on the spot here and just say, if you sign up a new team member and you had, just a couple sentences, you've got a lot to tell them, but you want to introduce them to Soundboard, what would you tell them about the Soundboard?
I would say, check this out. They do the work for you and you benefit. Yep.
That's pretty strong.
Yep.
Pretty strong
I
recommendation.
love it.
Would you encourage folks to get involved with our social media training series as well?
You bet. Especially people like me that aren't real savvy, that, really, and it's kind of embarrassing, really. I mean, even my grandkids are like, Grandma, I mean, it's really kind of embarrassing. So education is the key. The whole arena, education is the key. I say go for it. Every chance you get, take the time, really, it's worth it.
Okay. Well, you heard it here straight from B. B, thanks so much for your time today.
You're welcome.
All the best.
You too.